It's January 1st, 2025. We made it. And I wanted to tell you exactly how much YouTube paid me in 2024. So let's get right to it. I'll show you behind the scenes, every single piece here. Nothing's off limits. Okay, so this is my dashboard. This is the YouTube dashboard that you get when you're on YouTube. And first of all, I just want to say, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or revamping a YouTube channel, think about it really strongly because it could change everything for you in 2025. I have 95,614 subscribers as of the time of this filming, and I had about 4,000 when I started at the top of 2024. So a year ago, I had about 4,000, a little less than that, and I've added 92,000 subscribers in 1 year. Everything has changed since I started taking YouTube more seriously. And since not only that, because I was taking it seriously at the first half of 2023, I just didn't know the steps I needed to take. I didn't know all the little pieces that if you know them, you can really work the YouTube system, in a good way. So 95,000, what do you get paid with something like that? Well, first of all, let's go to the content. And I want to show you, well, first of all, I want to show you that there's sometimes videos are ineligible for monetization, like maybe 1 out of 50. And that's because in these particular cases, I used older footage or footage from earlier in the year where I had put music behind it that is no longer eligible to use. So it would take the video down completely if it was a copyright infringement, but instead it just says, you're not getting paid for this, somebody else is getting paid for their music. So all good, right? And for a lot of times, especially with these ones that are like 5.5 hours long, almost 3 hours long, the money could be really, really good. But what I learned with one of the videos I did several weeks ago is that the subscribers that it brings in are so awesome that it's worth not having it monetized and still having it published. So I wanted to show you, you may recognize some of these videos. I wanted to show you how many videos I have total. I have 301 videos total. And then let's see if we can go all the way back and see, because I want to show you exactly how much I made this year, but I want to go all the way back. Now, maybe 3 or 4 of those videos are not published, just because of whatever reason. Around 300 videos in my archive, but I'm trying to go all the way back. See, we're at 200 videos and we're not even past June. This is one of the things that I did. This is not what you have to do, but one of the things that changed everything for me was the sheer volume of quality videos that I started putting out. After, let's say, July-ish, I started putting out a video 5 to 7 times per week. Not everybody can do that, but it was something that I was really excited to do. So I would say I did about 255 videos this year, if I had to guess. Yeah, look at that, 254 videos. 254, maybe 250 are live. So that's really important to know as we start to look into the analytics. The first thing you'll notice is what I made in the last 28 days here. It says December 3rd through December 30th, because it kind of shows you a day back. In those 28 days, I made $3,621 and 0.02 cents. And I've had 14,000 views in the past 48 hours. This is actually low for my channel these days. It's been kind of slow November and December, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in January when everyone's sort of new year, new you kind of thing. But you can see here that I also gained 4.3 thousand subscribers in that time in just 28 days. That's so cool. That's amazing. And so what I'm going to do, so I can get right to it and show you, because I know you're interested. First, let's look at 2023. Okay, I made $0 from YouTube AdSense in 2023 because I was not monetized yet. I didn't get monetized until around May, which means that I had 1,000 subscribers, which I had already reached, but I was looking for those 4,000 watch hours in 12 months, and it took me a long time to get to it. But I know someone who is monetized in 28 days who's inside of Arlan's All Access, my membership where I teach you all about YouTube and take you step by step and how to grow like I did. She did in 28 days after she joined. So, it ranges. It can take you 4 years like it took me, or it can take you 28 days. So, and if you're interested in that, by the way, go to arlansallaccess.com to check that out. Okay, so that's 2023, 312,000 views. I got 3.4 thousand subscribers, and I had a couple hundred from the 3 years prior. So take that, maybe take a picture of it, or just pause it and come back to it so you can compare it to 2024. Here we go. Here we are. Boom. Okay, so I made $41,585.34 in 2024. This number will go up by another 100 or so, maybe another 200 before the very end of because it reconciles 2 days prior. So it hasn't shown December 31st yet. So this will go up just by a little bit. But I got 92,000 subscribers, 92,015 subscribers in that time. Since I've been filming this video for the last few minutes, I added subscribers here, and it shows you a live count. And then the watch hours are really interesting. And I think the watch hours are something that's slept on, but I think it's what YouTube really looks at to determine if they're going to send out a video more. Like, are the watch hours there, not just how many minutes are watched. But check this out, 2.7 million views in 2024. 2.7 million. I remember making my video how I got to 1 million views, and it was sometime this year, and then immediately had like so many more views. Now let's look at just, if I had to guess, and I'm sure there's a way, yeah, I think content here, so I may not have to guess. So shorts, how many? So 172,000 were from shorts, and I had 443 subscribers from that. That's a pretty important number. And then from the long form videos that you're used to from me, I had 2.5 million views. And those are the ones that are like, they're very, very meaningful, because these videos people will be watching for years and years and years to come. My average impression click-through rate was 5.3%. Let's take a look. Let's like keep that in mind for years to come. And the average view duration was 6 minutes. Now let's also go back and just look at this so you can see the views. So the views starting in January, just a year ago, I was getting like 700 a day. Then I would get like, a spike here and there, and I would get maybe 200, and then I had a spike of 3,000. And this is when I was adding maybe one video per week or two videos per week. And it was very much so like I upload on a Monday and I upload on a Thursday, or I upload on a Monday and I don't upload on a Thursday. It was very steady, steady, steady. We started to really pinpoint the things I should talk about. So I had help, and I was like really thinking about what I should talk about, what I should record. And I was doing things with like in a studio and hair, makeup. And I had these really amazing spikes here in March. And then it kind of settled down. And then I had a major spike in May. And I like got 12,330 views one day in May from that. But then it went back down, it settled down. And then around July is when I decided I'm going to start recording a video almost every day whenever I feel like it. I'm going to just like I'm just going to upload. And I don't know what made me do that. I just thought, let's see what happens if you change what you're doing, like if it's not just once or twice a week. And so I decided to do that. I decided to just record like I'm doing right now on Zoom, and just say, it doesn't matter if I'm in a studio, it doesn't matter what my setup is like, hair, makeup, any of that. I'm just going to try to deliver as much value as possible. So if you're getting value from this video, if you're learning something, if this is helping you plan out your own strategy for YouTube, let me know in the comments. And it also proves that this is all it really takes, right? You just have to give value. You don't have to spend a lot of money, and you don't have to be an expert at YouTube. You just deliver value, provide value, help someone. So I did that, and look what happened to my views. Look what happened. Boom. Wow. This is per day. This is per day that these views were just like day. It's crazy. Day after day after day. Now, in the future, I may make a video where this type of view, like the peak, is like a normal day for me. And that would be cool, right? But this is so exciting to me right now because this is people. These are real people watching this. You're watching this right now. You're a real person. Speaking of that, make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button for me. If you want to just be on this ride with me for all of 2025, we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to teach you a lot. I'm going to help you make a lot of money. So make sure you're subscribed and tell somebody else to subscribe too, because I know you ride with your buddies, you ride with your friends and family. Who do you want to win with you? All right. So we do that, and it just keeps going. Now, what I'll show you too is the subscribers. So that's pretty cool. Like 6 people. Whoa, it had that spike, like 127 people. Like, that's really cool, right? But then let's see what happens when it spikes. And that May spike, that 825 people subscribed to me on May 14th in one day. Let's see what happens when there's this other spike. 1,313 people in one, in one day. These are real people, okay? And then this crazy spike here, 1,850. If you're still with me, type out 1,850 so I know that you're with me at this point. This is like, put it in the comments. This is so crazy and amazing. And then in general, I get like 200, 300, 400. And then the last couple of months, I've gotten like 67, but 200 the next day. It just kind of goes back and forth. And I think by the end of January 2025, I will reach 100,000 subscribers, and I'll make a video about that once I do. Now, how much do I make on a day where I have a crazy spike? I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you a couple of videos and show you which videos made the most. So here you're making like 0 because I wasn't monetized. And this is like I wasn't monetized until May, but it goes back retroactive and it doesn't pay you before you are monetized, but it pays you for views you get for older videos after you're monetized, right? So this was happening. I'm like, oh my God, $6 in a day, $10 in a day for just posting on YouTube. It's free to post. And especially because I'm on Zoom and I'm just recording. But what happens when you have a spike like in May? $272 for one day. And what happens? And then for every day, like 97, 65, 37. Like this is, you're talking about like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month at that point. But what if it spikes to $441? But okay, let's see what this is. Boom, $753. So I had like 1,800 subscribers, I think. And I had made $753 on that one day that just spiked like crazy. And then it just kept going and it just kept going. And it was going down, but it was like the low was like 272 a day. That's not too shabby, right? So it did that. And again, it's like even on a bad day or a slow day, I should say, it's like $100. That's really crazy. So let's look at it by the individual video. I'm going to go over here to views and I'm going to click on views, which you can do yourself. And it has the top views, the top views. So I don't necessarily know if that's the most that made the most, but I think it has. But you can look in revenue too and the analytics to see more about what made the most. So become money. Okay, that's the one you probably have seen. 410,000 views. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for watching Become Money. It has changed my life. So thank you. It made $7,800 and it still gets like 800 plus views every single day. And it was put out 141 days ago. So it just brings in more subscribers. It brings in more money. Let's see, it makes about $20 a day. So I'm making like $600 a month on a video that I put out months and months ago. And it's bringing in subscribers and it's helping people understand what I do and it's helping them make money, helping you make money. And yeah, this is crazy. It had 5.9 million impressions. So just really, really cool. So it's making money off of those ads. If you're wondering how does YouTube pay you. And why does it pay you? Well, if you saw an ad before you saw my video just now, I get paid a portion of what YouTube got paid for that ad. And if you see an ad during this video, it's a skippable ad usually, and I'm getting paid because I'm allowing that to be on there. And here's another one, get paid to exist. $4,800 just 151 days ago. Incredible. And I think what's really interesting is to look at, let's go back here and look at the revenue for the year. And let's look at the revenue per 1,000. So I made $16 RPM. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. So what that means is there's CPM and there's RPM. CPM is how much the advertiser pays YouTube per 1,000 views to have their advertised there. Then the RPM is that portion that YouTube gives me. And it's usually around 50% or gives you. If you're doing this right now, or if you're going to do this in the future, once you get monetized, you'll be able to see your CPM and your RPM. And how much you get paid RPM depends on your views, of course, how many views you get, but it also, the RPM itself, the per 1,000, is based on what topic you're talking about for the most part. So if you're talking about, like if you're showing someone how you're playing a game, think about the people who can advertise on that. It's not very high priced advertising. So it's going to probably pay you $2, $3, maybe $5 RPM, which isn't bad because you'll probably get more views than I do, but it's still, you got to think about and weigh that. And if you're doing something that's like a vlog where you're just talking about yourself and it's not about a very general topic that a lot of people can see, that might be lower. But I talk about how do you make money? How do you create generational wealth? How do you pick up a skill? How do you become a better salesperson? Those types of things. And those advertising dollars are higher. So this RPM is pretty high for across YouTube. Usually it's between $3 and $10. Now I know other people who do like $15 RPM. I know a couple of people who have done like 18, 20 per, on average for the whole year. Now there are some high RPM videos, and I wonder if we can find any of them here. So let's see, let's go back to the one that's been viewed the most, and let's see what the RPM is. 1919, yeah, that's really high. So 35. I've seen even higher. Let's see, this one skill. It says the word skill in it. I bet it has a high RPM. Actually, it's low. It's so low. Oh my gosh. See, that surprised me. Oh my gosh. That's like the lowest I've ever seen on my channel. Okay, so I don't know how to predict it. Let's see. Is there oh, do this in your 40s. Let's see what happened there. Get paid $1,939 in 153 days. It's been seen 100,000 times. The last time I looked at it, it was less than 100,000. So thank you so much for watching. And let's see what that one is. Ooh, yeah, it's a high one. $19. That's great. That's awesome. Thank you for that, everybody. I really appreciate you. Okay. How to make money. This one was not monetized because of that music issue, but it's a 6-hour video that I put out in July. And look how many subscribers it got me. It's crazy, right? And every day people still watch this and they're going to keep watching it every day. It's so crazy what you can do with YouTube, what you can do, how to make money like Telfar, my case study. Do you want me? Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more case study videos like this. Research this one if you haven't seen it yet. This was only 10 minutes, but it took us 50 hours to do because it was so researched and there was so much to do with the video. Let's see. $7.40, low RPM. Maybe because it's so specific. It's like for one bag, and so like it doesn't really let someone else in on the advertising side of things. But that surprises me. Now, what this is surprising me because this is $25, so this should be more like $12. Maybe I need to investigate. Okay, this is so cool. Okay, so this is again, like this is the kind of thing, I mean, let's look at ones that have been more popular more recently. So Rise and Grind, I bet, I don't know what that one's gonna be. 13,000 views in 8 days, which is awesome. 9,000 more than usual. See at the revenue, 34 cents. What's happening there? Oh, you know what it is? Is it not? Oh yeah, right here it's saying copyright protected. So it couldn't get monetized. I think that's good though. For this video, if you've seen this video where I'm talking about a person, I think if I looked at that and it had any revenue, I would send the revenue to the person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be the right thing to do. So it's it kind of balances out a little bit. Okay, let's go to this one. 36,800 views, but usually this is a little bit here. So 36,967 views. It's been 15 days. So let's see. $15.78. So you get the picture, right? Like you know, go do some research for other videos about people who say how much I made on YouTube, and you'll see their RPMs and you'll see kind of compare them. I think that's it. Right. So that's it for that. Go back to analytics. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to tell you. I will be happy to make a new video. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Go to revenue and then go to this video. Go to this section. What made the most in the whole year? Okay. So again, $41,585. The most was made by Become Money and then Get Paid to Exist. And look at these thumbnails, y'all. Look at these thumbnails. The thumbnails are not fancy. I did it on Canva. It's the same thumbnail I've used over and over again. I didn't pay anybody to do it. It's just plain. Now I have some ones that I've paid and I'll continue doing that, but you have to take away this notion that everything has to be perfect and everything has to be fancy and everything has to be expensive for you to make money doing multiple things, including working on YouTube. So $41,585. It didn't start, at the beginning of the year, so it's not like it was fourth or 3,500 a year, a month. It's more like 4,000 to 12,000 range is what I get. Okay, so like 4,500, 5,000 a month is pretty standard, and then there's some that spike. So think about what could you do if you were making $4,000 to $5,000 from YouTube ads alone. What would you be able to accomplish? What would you be able to pay for if you were making $4,000 to $5,000 in YouTube AdSense alone? Not to mention, I haven't even told you how much I've made from directly sending people to my membership, sending people to my one-on-one consulting, any kind of affiliate links that I want to put in, anytime somebody wants to sponsor. I probably won't do sponsored ads. If I do, it'll be something really special and very bespoke. But people have reached out to me with 95,000 subscribers. People started reaching out around 50,000 subscribers and saying, hey, we'll pay you 3,000 if you'll do this video. We'll pay you 5,000 if you do this video. And I've just turned them down because I really love this real estate, or this asset. It's not real estate, but this asset. I really love having the control over these videos. As long as I'm not doing anything like hate speech or harming anybody, you can post what you want to post on YouTube. And you can send people, like right now, I want to tell you, for instance, go to arlansmastermind.com. Arlansmastermind.com is my new mastermind. And we have a new 6, 7, or 8-figure expert every single week masterminding with us and working with Colin Yearwood, our sales expert, working with me. We're doing all kinds of cool stuff in person as well in 2025. It's amazing. Check it out, arlansmastermind.com. You can also start with arlansallaccess.com if you want to start at the beginning. I'm able to say that to you, and some people will go to those websites and some people will join and they'll get value in exchange for paying me money. This is what is happening on YouTube. I'm being paid by YouTube to post, and then I'm also able to send to my own offers. And that doesn't even scratch the surface of affiliates or other things that you can do. So I hope I've convinced you to at least think strongly about starting a YouTube channel. If you want help starting your YouTube channel, go to arlansallaccess.com. I'm helping more than 400 people with their channels. Arnitha got to monetized in 28 days after she learned from Arlan's All Access. And so many people are doing incredible things, like just really, really cool things with their YouTube channel. It's not all about making money on YouTube, by the way. A lot of people are just having a great time.